Welcome back to Charlotte Wallace. If you are new, my name is Phoebe and do subscribe. I am going to be copying this face chart I made of a green skull. I want this to be very glam. I am just mapping out with a black eyeshadow some of the shapes for the skull, like the jaw and the forehead. And then I'm blending this out with a fluffy brush and some green eyeshadow. I also used this on the inner corner of my eyebrow and the tip of my nose. I then started to build up the eye makeup look in the crease, and then I used a lighter lime green to blend it out. I also cut the crease using a white eyeshadow base because I want a lot of shimmer and this is going to be very sticky. I then placed on a gold and white shimmer to the lid before deepening everything with a little bit of black by the lash line and blending it out again, then connecting this to the bottom lash line. I'm using a small fluffy brush to blend some of the same colours around the mouth where the teeth will be. I also used black to deepen up the jaw shapes, going all the way up to the forehead, and basically I'm just creating some depth. I also added this to the inner corner of the brow, and then I started to map out the basic shapes for teeth around my mouth. And I am going to skip a lot of this because it's me repeating the same shape over and over again. I do actually struggle with the shape of teeth because I don't have a small enough brush. So that is something I want to get soon just to help me out with these makeup looks. So if you have a very small detail brush, do use that. It's going to help you a lot. I then shaded all around the gums and the teeth there with a bit of this green shimmer. It's a loose pigment and I really want to use that just to build up the colour on the mouth and there on the eyebrows as well. I then added a small amount of this to my nose and also underneath the bottom waterline just to connect this colour into the eye makeup look as well. I then used this on a fluffy brush to highlight. So I'm just going inside all of these skull shaped areas on the face where we outlined everything with the black. And using a flat blending brush, I'm going in with some black just to shade around the chin. I don't really want a solid line there, but I do want a bit of shadowing. I am then going in to deepen up these mouth areas as well with a little bit of black water activated paint, and I'm going to follow this up, creating a gap in that jaw and then all the way up to the forehead, basically following the lines we already created with the black and green eyeshadow. I then blended this out into my hairline with some black eyeshadow before blending it down the jawline, and we're just repeating on the bottom jaw. I added a bit of highlight as well with that green, so we're just creating the shadows and then highlighting again. With some water activated paint and a lip brush, I am going in using black to outline the teeth again, and I want these to be a little bit better than the first set that I put down, so I'm following what I put down but trying to make it a little bit neater because we want to see these lines very well. I'm also blending some of that black into the center of the lip. I am using a pencil brush to shade the gum line around the teeth there. I have picked up a little bit of the green eyeshadow that we have already used on the face, the matte dark green, and this is just adding some shadowing really. I then went in with a lip brush and some lash glue, and I'm using the lip brush to pack on some green glitter. I'm doing it in sections so each section can dry, so I'm doing about 3 teeth at a time and then going back to do the middle section of each tooth, I suppose, so the lash glue doesn't dry too quickly and I get the most stickage. I also went in with some black glitter and I took the black glitter on the lip area, so it faded like an ombre from black to green. I added this to the brow bone, doing the same effect with the ombre, and also to the cheekbones, except I only used the green. I then went in with some yellow diamantes. I suppose that they look a bit gold as well, but in person more yellow, and I'm using that lash glue to stick some small ones on first and then some larger ones. And basically I'm applying this to my cheekbones, my brow on the inner corner, and a little bit on the inner corner of my eye makeup as well. I then re-outlined some of the teeth, just doing the lines that we really need to see where the glitter covered it up. I am then deepening the shaded areas like collarbones and so on my body with the matte shadows like the green and black. I then highlighted using the lime green shimmer. Using that water activated paint in black and the lip brush, I am outlining things like the nose. And then I am adding what I call movement lines, and they're basically just lines, some longer ones, some shorter ones around the face, and they are outlining certain areas or following areas that have been outlined, and they just add movement. It seems to complete the look very well when it comes to these sorts of creative painted looks. Yeah, basically that's how I can describe it, little wrinkles or something. We're not really using it for shading on the face at the moment though. We're more so just using it to allow the eye to move from one area to the other, like down from the eye makeup to the mouth, with those lines that lead down there. Also, in terms of the frown area, it emphasizes that too. And I also added this to the chin and then any area that felt a bit blank, like the jaw. I also added this to my body, like the collarbones, because you want to make sure everything you do on the face that you're doing somewhere else too, just creates balance and symmetry in some way. I then used the water activated paint in a runnier consistency on a fluffy brush to fill in my ears and my hairline. If you have black hair, even better, or a black wig. And if I had a black background, it would have looked sick, but I didn't have that. So anyway, here we are. This is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you learned something or you enjoyed watching this look. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't with notifications on. Follow me on social media at Charlotte Wallace MUA, and that's for Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all and spread kindness and love always. Bye.